Good morning, afternoon, evening, brunch. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Awareness Monday, and I appreciate all that are here. I appreciate everybody who will be watching this later, catching the replays, the replay crew, and everybody stopping and waiting in the rest stop. Today, we're going to be talking about a subject we have talked about many times before, but we can't talk about it enough. Awareness Monday. The silent war on our children, on our kids. What's up, so many Jins? Thanks for being here. Aloha. You ever notice how easy it is for the world to look away? Every headline screams about power, politics, sports scores, and celebrity drama. But where's the screaming for the kids? Right now, not yesterday, not last night, not last year. Right now, a child is being sold. Not metaphorically, not in some faraway land. Here, in our neighborhoods, in our towns, in our backyards. We don't want to face it because it's ugly, because it's horrifying, because it makes our stomach turn. But that's the exact reason traffickers get away with it. That's the exact reason abusers keep finding victims. Silence is their camouflage, and denial is their weapon. So here's the truth. Every 2 minutes, a child is forced into sexual exploitation worldwide. The U.S. isn't immune. In fact, it's one of the biggest markets. Survivors don't just move on. They carry scars for life. Unless people like you and me step up and fight. This isn't about politics. This isn't about left, right, or center. This is about children, innocence, and humanity. So Awareness Monday isn't a feel-good moment. It's not some hashtag bullshit. It's a call to arms. Talk about it. Share the stories. Watch for the signs. Pressure lawmakers. Educate your community. Because if we don't raise awareness, if we don't shake the silence, then the monsters win. And I don't know about you, but I'll be damned if I let that happen on my watch. This is Awareness Monday. Open your eyes, open your mouth. The kids don't have time for our comfort. Sorry, I got to figure out where I'm at. Well, I mean, I know where I'm at, but you know what I mean. What the shit? Where'd it go? All right. Listen, I'm going to say some things so ugly you want to turn away, but you won't. Not tonight. Not from this channel. Hey, Mom, how you doing, sweetheart? A child is being harmed right now as we speak. Not 5 years ago, not in some foreign headline. Right now, somewhere, maybe not even far from where you're at, a kid's life is being stolen. We don't like to look. We don't like to look. We don't like to hear. We scroll a hashtag, we click share, and then we go back to whatever comforts us. This has to stop. Okay. Today I'm going to be talking about how deep this goes, how it happens, why silence is the enemy, and exactly, step by step, what we can do about it. No bullshit, no politics, just children, your children, their futures. If you don't leave this room tonight ready to act, then I have failed you. If you leave and keep scrolling like nothing happened, then shame on all of us. People in power love it when we look away. Silence is camouflage. Silence protect predators. You've heard the vague numbers on the news. You know it's big. But let me put it like this. Not to numb you, but to wake you the hell up. The number of children harmed, exploited, or trafficked is not a tiny fraction you can ignore. It's massive. It's systemic. It's enabled by our addictions, our conveniences, our addictions to conveniences, to profit, to not being uncomfortable. And make no mistake, this is modern business for criminals. They use the internet like a highway. They use apps, live streams, encrypted chat, and quick money schemes. They groom, they coerce, they turn a kid's shame into control. And when the world whispers, they profit. So this is not only a moral failure, it's a structural one. Laws, platforms, communities, all of them have holes. Predators swim through those holes like it's nothing. I want you to listen closely. I want you to know the playbook so you can spot it. First, grooming. It's always the long it's always the long con. A predator will not appear in a trench coat on a street corner. That's a lazy movie lie and an ignorant one. They present as friendly. They are kind at first. They mirror what your child likes: the music, the memes, the games. They tell the kid they're special. They give them attention the kid is hungry for. Then the favors, then the secrets, then the leverage. Second, deception about age. Kids are coached to lie. They're trained to say they're older. They're polished with they're polished with fake IDs, fake stories, fake confidence. That's how they're sold and presented. Third, online first recruitment. Social media, gaming platforms, Roblox, Snapchat, and gaming platforms, chat rooms. live stream donations. These are where seeds are planted. A, fil- a, f- a flattering DM, a private chat that starts with a compliment and ends with a demand. The platform from a friendly chat, the path from a friendly chat to being trafficked can be terrifyingly short. Fourth comes coercion and control. Sometimes it's violence, sometimes drugs, sometimes it's I'll ruin your family if you tell. Sometimes it's debt bondage. You owe me because I gave you a place to sleep. Sometimes it's the shame. Who will believe you? They then break kids and then profit from the brokenness. And finally, monetization. There's always a market. Live paid performances, paid images, one-time buyers, subscriptions. When the customer is anonymous and the platform takes the payment, a predator sees dollar signs. This monetization is what fuels the whole system. The devil, Satan, evil ones come as angels of light, as wolves in sheep's clothing, seeking whom they can devour. Absolutely, Mom. The human damage, survivors' lives after. I'm not going to give you I'm not going to give you lurid details. I will give you truth. Survivors don't just get past it. They carry it in color and colors. They carry it and it colors everything. Relationships, jobs, sleep, self-worth. Trauma rewrites the brain. Addiction is not moral failure. It's an understandable human attempt to survive unbearable pain. PTSD is not weakness. It's the body screaming to stay alive after repeated harm. And the worst part, society sometimes punishes survivors twice with doubt, with shame, with questions like, why didn't you leave? When the reality is that leaving is the hardest, sometimes impossible thing to do. So when we talk about saving kids, we also have to talk about the after recovery needs, funding, housing, counseling, legal help. It needs communities that don't ask the child to prove their worthiness to be helped. Exactly, Mom. That is why what you are doing and say is so important, GTK. Thanks, Mom. How institutions and platforms fail. Let's talk about platforms like Snapchat, Instagram, Roblox. These companies know they get reports, thousands upon thousands of them a year. They are systems to flag. There are systems to flag content, but profit, scale, and automated monetization creates gaps. A flag, a flagged file proliferates before a human sees it. Moderation teams burn out. E- Encrypted services mean investigations have to fight tooth and nail for a trace. And while platforms declare transparency, the truth is the work is enormous and under resourced. Law enforcement is stretched. ICAC task force, federal and local authorities work tirelessly, but they can't be everywhere. The volume of digital evidence is crushing. Investigations take time, and predators count on that time. How's it going, Mary Jane Doe? And communities, we let shame silence us. Schools are underfunded for prevention training. Churches sometimes choose reputation over accountability. Parents are told, talk to your kids. And yes, talk. But we need more than that. Training, policies, real support systems. So don't assume the system is already fixed. It isn't. Not by a long fucking shot. But that's why we're here. Concrete signs to watch for. Now I'll give you some things practical. Now I'll give you something practical. If you remember nothing else, remember these red flags. Changes in behavior, withdrawal, sudden secrecy about devices, sudden anger, panic when certain topics come up, controls around phones, child suddenly has multiple phones or hides screen, new older friend or boyfriend/girlfriend who is controlling access, rapid change in appearance or behavior that seems out of character for your child. Oh, damn it. Where the fuck did it go? Oh my gosh. How traffickers operate. I can't find where it was at. I don't know what happened to it. Tactics, grooming, and exploitation pipeline. Grooming and presentation. Trafficked children are often presented as adults, trained to lie about age. Traffickers use coercion, drugs, debt, and violence. The DOJ says DOJ case reviews. Online grooming, we just went over that. Technology is changing the game. AI generated sexual content, encrypted chats, and monetized live streams create new vectors for abuse. The human damage, survivors' lives after. I'm not going to give you lurid details. I'll give you truth. I've already read this, I think. Yes, survivors don't just get past. Yes, I did. Sorry. Signs to watch for. Okay, I'm getting there. Unexplained cash, expensive items, or sudden travel. A kid being pulled out of school, dropped suddenly from activities. Emotional signs, shame, hypervigilance, a child who checks out or disassociates. If you see denial, don't let it win. Confront it. Ask the hard questions. Don't be polite when a child's life is on the line. What you can do right now. Here's how we make noise that matters. I'm giving you a rapid fire list. Do one. Do them all. Fuck, just do something. One, if you believe a child is in immediate danger, call 911. Do not wait. Do not debate. Just fucking call. Report suspected trafficking or exploitation to your national hotline, or the NCMEC cyber tip line. If you're in the US, use the trafficking hotline and NCMEC. If you're elsewhere, find your national reporting line. Do it now. If you're a parent or guardian, educate yourself on apps and platforms your kids use. Know their usernames and friends lists. Check their devices if you suspect something, and don't be afraid to be uncool for safety. For schools and community groups, give formal training. Invite local ICAC or law enforcement to train staff. Create clear reporting policies for suspicious behavior. Pressure platforms, email, call, and publicly demand transparency and faster takedowns. Hold them accountable as consumers. Support survivors financially and with volunteer time. Donate to vetted local shelters and organizations serving victims. Offer mentorship, not pity. I want one concrete commitment from this channel, from this community. Text three people your school board. Text three people. Your school board member, the head of your child's sports league, and your state representatives. Tell them you want a community training, mandatory reporting training for coaches, and funding for social services. Let that sink in. Wonder what could be done with that. Don't know what to say? Use these exact words. Copy them, paste them, send them. Do it tonight. To a school board member, my name is Get to Know. I'm a constituent and I demand the school district schedule mandatory child safety and trafficking awareness training for all staff and coaches within 90 days. This is non-negotiable, and I'll follow up in 2 weeks. To a coach or youth director, I'm concerned about safety standards and reporting training. Will you commit to staff training on grooming indicators and mandatory reporting by date? If not, I will escalate this to the board. to the platform or company. I'm a customer. I demand transparency. Number number of reports you received last year, average time to remove content, and how you found human moderation. I will not support your service until you provide meaningful answers. Shorthand, use anger when you need to. Use mercy when you can. Use force when survivors need you to be loud. Rage, hope, and a dare. Monsters feed off silence. Survivors need noise. This is the difference between ruin and rescue. Make the noise. Text those three people. Call the hotline if you suspect something. Train your kids and your communities. Volunteer. Donate. Don't be polite when a child's life is at stake. I dare you. I dare you. Make your week inconvenient for predators. Make your Monday count. Make your Tuesday louder, and make your habit to make noise. Because if we don't do something, the monsters win. If we do something, even one hard thing, we make room for rescue. We make room for survivors. This is Awareness Monday. Start the week that doesn't look away. If a child is in immediate danger, call 911. If you need to report trafficking online exploitation, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888 or report to the cyber tip line at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. Text Be Free, BEFREE to 233733 for immediate help. Remember what we covered here today. 2 minutes. That's how fast someone can be groomed online. 2 minutes. Tonight we slow down and act. Ask your kid today, who are your online friends? Not to judge, but to protect. One call can change a life. One report can start rescue. Keep survivors' dignity. Never use names or graphic images when you know what I mean. Every 2 minutes in the world, a child is trafficked. Let that sink in, everybody. I don't need a thanks. I need action. I need people to start doing some stuff. With that being said, this is Get to Know. And as it says here underneath my name, standing tough on pedophilia. That's what I will continue doing. Don't believe the bullshit you might be hearing that all children are are safe now and trafficking has stopped because of some fucking galactic space force or some shit. Tell that to the kid. Every 2 minutes, that's getting trafficked. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. This is Get to Know. Remember, one child is one too many. Much love and respect, ladies and gentlemen.